Do you miss your cowboy hat and when when you aren't shooting? No, it's made of 100% beaver and it's hot as hell. Hi, I'm Cole Hauser and Esquire has asked me to explain a few things. Wish me luck. You work alongside Ben Affleck and Matt Damon on Good Will Hunting. Any chance to get the three of you on camera again? I hope so. In fact, they have a series, I won't say the name of it, that they were very interested in me in, but I was doing Yellowstone at the time, so when this is all done and said, I would love to work with them again. Cole Hauser is a redhead. Please explain. Well, that's the way I was born. My hair is naturally, it's like I think my mom calls it like penny head, which is copper. What was more thrilling, driving fast cars in Too Fast, Too Furious, or riding a horse in Yellowstone? Well, riding a horse in Yellowstone. There's nothing more thrilling than being on a horse, a live animal. With a car, you can control it. A horse has got a mind of its own. There has been a lot of secrecy around the return of Yellowstone. What measures were taken to keep storylines from leaking? We had redacted scripts for the most part. Even the crew didn't know what we were doing, so when we rehearsed, it was in silence, and so we would walk around and hit marks. That's all I can give you. You actually own your horse on Yellowstone. So I've owned many horses through my life. I grew up riding before really I could walk in Oregon. That horse's name was Cinnamon. I'll just tell you a cool story. So when I was a kid, about 4 years old, I used to ride him bareback up into the mountains, and my mom used to ring a bell, which was the dinner bell. And that horse, wherever I was, or pony, would turn and walk back to the house, put its head down, and I'd slide off its mane. So that's the way I grew up in Oregon. Which character from Yellowstone would you want to share a free reign coffee with, and why? God, I love Mo. Mo is like one of the coolest dudes in the world, and I've spent obviously 7 years with him, but I would love to share a coffee on top of a mountain with Mo. What will you miss most about Montana when the show wraps? Well, fortunately, my family is from Montana, so I will be back. But filming-wise, I had the greatest office any man could ever dream of. How would you best describe Rip and Beth's relationship? Our relationship is flawed, and I think Taylor's done a great job over the 7 years that we've been filming, to make them as real as possible, meaning they are not perfect. I've heard from a lot of the audiences through the years that that's why they love them so much, and I agree. I think that's one of the key things, is that they both respect the fact that they are not perfect. What can you tell us about these projects? What I can tell you about Matthew's project with me is that we play two brothers. It is being written by Nick Pizzolano right now, and I will leave it to him to do the writing and the storytelling. 50 Cent and I are, again, and we want to do something together. It is being written as we speak, and what I can tell you is that we play partners, detectives. How was Tom Brady spiraling notes? Tom's ball was perfect because, he doesn't throw it hard. He just kind of lobbed it in there in the perfect spot. Tom is obviously unbelievable quarterback, and he threw it to my two sons, my daughter, and I. So that was a great afternoon, catching a ball from the greatest quarterback of all time. You have a long list of credits that go back into the early 90s. Is there any project that you are most proud of? Each and every one of the roles that I play has a special place in my heart. There's not really a project that I look at and say that's the one. It's always really the next one for me. You played Benny in Dazed and Confused. How do you think Benny would do as a rancher? I actually think he'd do pretty good. I think he would probably be an enforcer for a ranch, yeah. He's a pretty intense guy. Did you have any idea Dazed and Confused would become a cult classic when you were filming? Absolutely not. It was summer school and a blast. Rick Linklater made it probably one of the coolest experiences for all of us actors. It was in Austin in the early 90s, when Austin isn't what Austin is now, and we had one big awesome party and filmed it. Nobody would have known that it would be a cult classic. I think I was in Blockbuster. There was a box cassette of the DVD, and it was with Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
All I need are some tasty waves, cool buzz, and I'm fine.
Which was my Dazed and Confused, and that's when I realized that, holy it's a cult classic. Thanks for watching. I hope you're all entertained out there in whatever land you are in.